This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hold on, stop.
Welcome back to the Shit Show 2.0.
Okay, boomer.
Damn millennials. Wow.
Did not know that. Even flirters who are obviously mentally ill. You want to be my wife?
Oh, this is gonna go downhill real quick. Damn it! What you've done to me.
What is going on? And welcome to Take on the World with and Mike D. Welcome back to Take on the World. Another excellent.
Talk about all the beers.
Well, they
That's not all we
can't.
did.
They can't see them, so you can just throw them in the trash.
Oh yeah, I forgot to see. Hold on.
Empty, empty, and empty.
And new to start.
Today, we are here to talk about James Riddle Hoffa.
I can't believe that's his middle name.
I know, that's weird.
Middle Riddle?
Riddle in the middle. Jimmy Hoffa.
Hoffer.
So, full disclosure, both John and I, or what was your name?
Yes.
Both and I are Teamsters.
That's right.
I've been a Teamster for
Life.
32 years.
Pull this a little closer. Yeah.
That's much better.
Johnny Cavatappi.
Dude. Jimmy Hoffa was born.
We're not going to make it through this, man.
Probably not. February 14th, 1913. 1913?
In Brazil, South America.
No, Brazil, Indiana.
That's not South America?
No, it's Indiana, United
It
States.
says USA, University of South America.
No. United States of America, bro.
My bad.
My bad. Sorry. His father was a coal miner and his mother was a homemaker, as many mothers were in the
What other choice did you have?
in the 13s.
His father wrote that famous song called Mississippi Queen.
I don't think so. Mississippi Queen?
You know what song I'm talking about, right?
His father died when he was 7 years old.
Gross. That sucks.
After his death, the Hoffa family moved to Detroit, Michigan, where he spent most of his childhood and his adult life. See, that's why you can't see, because your water bottle, which you have not touched all night,
I know.
was in front of the screen. So he was exposed to the union life or the organized labor life early in his teens as a warehouse worker, period.
It's good to be back again, bro.
But so he worked as a warehouse worker when he was a teen. And he was introduced to organized labor. It doesn't say specifically how, but he was. But his real introduction to the labor movement was when he worked for Kroger grocery stores, which is still around today.
Do you remember Kroger's?
They're still around today. So
I know, but like, when's the last time you saw a Kroger?
Not long ago.
I feel like they were like the giant light.
Not anymore, dude. They're huge grocery store.
There was a Kroger up from the street from me that we would shop at. We would pick my grandmother up.
You were down in Chester County.
Yeah.
So the farther south you go, the more Krogers you see.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in Chester. I think it's Delaware County is where it was at. But anyways, Kroger. We would take my grandmother. She called me up and I pretended to be my dad. My dad was like, "Hey, yo, listen, Michael.
Could you sound just like your dad?
I do. Like my dad would do this thing. Hey, yo, and I'd sound just like him. Anyways, introduction to labor movement.
There wasn't more to that story?
Could there be?
I don't know. It sounded like there was.
Well, no, she would like call me and I have her on the hook for like 20 minutes. Of, I was like, not 20 minutes, but like 5 minutes that I was my dad.
Oh.
She's like, God damn it, Michael, Jonathan, who is this? And I'd just be laughing. She's like, I knew it.
So he began organizing workers to protest poor working conditions. As a result, at 19 years old, after refusing to work for an abusive foreman and because of his activities in the labor union, he left Kroger's, but he was invited to become an organizer in local 220 or 299 of the Teamsters in Detroit. Now, that will end up becoming his base for most of his career. So, over the next few decades, he rose to the ranks of the Teamster Union, eventually becoming the national vice president and later the president of the Teamsters Union from 1957 to 1971.
Did you watch the movie The Irishman?
The Irishman? I don't think I actually saw that one yet.
It was about this.
It's on my list.
Sucks.
Well, then I won't watch it then.
No, watch it. I want your opinion on it.
Well, yeah, you just said it sucks quite.
Well, for me, it sucked.
Well, for you,
De Niro is like 80 years old.
Hold on. A good movie for you was The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
A good movie for me was Piss and Shit Volume 7.
Well, I only got to Volume 6 because after that, it was just gratuitous piss.
It was long. There were some good parts, but De Niro was like weak. And there was a part where he like beat this guy down and it was like.
You just don't believe it because De Niro's so old?
Well, but it was like, it was obviously cut where he wasn't kicking him. And you're like, this is bad. This is real bad. And you watch the movie. Tell me what you think.
All right. It's on my list.
Okay.
So Hoffa defended the Teamsters Union from raids by other unions, including the Congress of Industrial Organizations, the CIO, and expanded the Teamsters' influence in the Midwest from the 1930s to the late 1940s. In 1946, Hoffa became the president of the Teamsters Local 299 in Detroit, despite never working as a truck driver. So the Locals 299 was truck drivers union. So basically, after leaving the Kroger's, he became part of the 299, and that was primarily a truck drivers union. He basically just took over. He just rose through the ranks. He was dynamic. He was a very good organizer, and people generally liked and followed him. As a result of his influence and partaking in organized labor, he received a deference from World War II. So he basically was a draft dodger, but he got an official deference from the war.
The fuck does that work?
Like many people of means, senators, congressmen, senators' sons, they received deferences from the draft. They were too important to go.
No.
One of the things that I find funny about that is, like, I watched a video that was stating how many people there were in the United States during World War II and how many people were members of the military during World War II. And it was like 40-some% of the entire population of our country were members of the military during World War II.
Holy shit. So like half?
Almost half of the U.S. population was a member of the military during World War II.
Damn.
That's redonkulous.
I know both my grandfather and grandmother were on my mom's side. And that's how they met, through the military.
My grandfather was
the old Navy sailor in Pearl Harbor. She was a nurse.
My grandfather on my mom's side was in the Army, but because of his German descent, he was sent to the Central America campaign. My grandfather on the other side was European theater.
Japanese.
He was German as well, but he was sent to the so my grandmother's family had been here since like the boat after they were the first German descendants to come to the United States.
Okay.
My grandfather's family, I think my grandfather was second or third generation. So like he was relatively new when it came to, on my dad's side, I'm not actually sure, but I think it was a little bit longer. So there wasn't that stigma. while they spoke Pennsylvania Dutch, they didn't speak High German.
Okay.
While my grandfather on my mom's side spoke both Pennsylvania Dutch and High German. So there was a stigma there. Anyway, so the deferment was successfully argued that his union leadership, which ensured freight movement, which was essential to the war effort. We good on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1952, International Brotherhood of Teamsters Convention. At that 1952 IBT convention in Los Angeles, California, Hoffa was selected as a national vice president by the incoming president, Dave Beck. Hoffa helped quell the internal revolt against previous president Daniel Tobin by securing regional support for Beck in exchange for the vice presidential role. So, well, union politics.
Yes.
Like,
Politics in general.
who cares who voted what? Like, okay, we're just going to make you president and you vice president because people like you. And
Well, listen, this was
people didn't like him, so we're going to push him out. We're going to push you in.
Blow somebody's car up and get away with it.
There was no cars blown up at this point.
Damn it. Did I jump ahead?
We didn't know. We don't know. So nowhere in my research were there cars blown up.
There had to have been.
Well, there just wasn't. So we're going to talk about some criminal connections. In 1952, Marvin Elkind, a petty criminal, was assigned as Hoffa's chauffeur by gangster Anthony Salerno, indicating Hoffa's early ties to the mafia, which never ended.
Till this day?
Well, to this day, to the day he died. Or maybe not.
Listen, at the end of this episode, we found Jimmy Hoffa and we're digging his ass up.
We have video of him digging his body out of someplace.
He's right in my backyard.
We can't tell you where. Geraldo is with us.
He's got to take the first scoop with his nose.
Geraldo has the official gold shovel. The rise through the ranks.
This might be the show that never aired.
Set the foundation of Hoffa's eventual presidency of the Teamsters in 1957.
How in the fuck are we still the Teamsters after the... So I have to... We are the same shit this fucking guy was?
Whoa! You can't talk bad about Hoffa.
He's dead.
Well, his son became the president of the Teamsters.
He was stealing and corrupting and fucking... Uh-oh.
Allegedly.
Am I going to have to wait till my car gets blown up?
Allegedly.
Yeah, Johnny was a nice guy till he talked shit on Hoffa.
Ladies and gentlemen, anybody listening, I drive a Chrysler, not a Jeep.
You blow my fucking Jeep up anytime you want.
So...
what was that?
I'm appalled and dismayed by your accusations of impropriety.
Read on.
Okay.
Is this the point where I lose my hands?
I don't know. I'm not sure where to go with this.
Did I jump ahead way too far?
I fear that my life is in danger now. Being a card-carrying member of the Teamsters for over 32 years.
Hey, listen, I've paid my fucking dues. I owe some answers, man.
Of course, I am currently under withdrawal card because I'm not paying Teamsters dues, which would be a great time to fucking murder me. They're not getting any dues out of me right now.
Are you, what do they call that? I'm with...
No. I'm in honorable standing.
Okay, so at least you're not with good, or whatever the fuck they call it.
I'm in good standing with the Teamsters.
Yeah.
Until you fucking open your mouth.
Yeah, too fucking losers. Both your cars are going to fucking blow up. We found them entangled in handcuffs having anal sex.
Jesus Christ.
They both died of anthrax poisoning. I don't know what happened.
Accidental anthrax poisoning. So the Teamsters were founded in 1903. In 1933, there were 75,000 members. As a result of the work that Hoffa did, By 1936, there was 170,000 members. In 1939, there were 420,000 members. By 1951, there were over 1 million members. Today, there are 1.3 million members, which I am one of.
Me too.
I don't know if John is or will be
Hey,
tomorrow.
I'm in good standing, bro.
I don't know if he will be tomorrow.
I just get the pink slip in my locker.
I had the actual card upstairs that says I am an honorable and good standing member of.
Man, they haven't given that thing out since the fucking 70s.
I just got it.
You old bastard.
I just got it yesterday.
They must have misplaced your address.
So over the years, there have been a plethora. Do you know what a plethora is?
El Jefe, you don't even know what a plethora is.
I would like to know if you use the word, you would know what it means.
Do you know what foreplay is? Good. Neither does El Jefe.
A plethora of charges throughout.
I think it means a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
So
It means a lot.
early investigations, Hoffa was subject to investigations throughout the 1950s, the FBI and the federal government, due to his connections with organized crime and alleged corruption within the Teamsters. In 1957, state investigation, Hoffa was subject to major Senate investigations led by
Kamala Harris? Where? Let me spell it. I want to say it.
McClellan
McClellan
Committee with Robert F. Kennedy as the counsel into corruption and criminal activities with labor unions, particularly the Teamsters. There were no charges filed at the time. It heightened public awareness of his criminal ties. So in other words, the committee talked very badly about Hoffa with no substantial charges or evidence to be filed.
Are you seeing a similarity there, mister?
I am with our last episode.
Yes. Just go full throttle with no evidence.
We'll just say what we want. We'll say he's guilty, but we're not charging him because we don't have evidence.
Is that a child running away from us with no gun?
Let's shoot him in the back. Let's shoot him in the back.
Where's my 06?
It was not an 06.
Damn it. It was a AR, a 5.56.
It was an M16 556.
Regardless.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. You got it now.
What if he had a silencer? You're fucked up, dude. Why would you ever say something like that?
I just know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
1957, Senate investigation. Hoffa was subject to major Senate investigation. I already read that.
Yes, you did.
1962, attempted bribery.
You already read that too.
I did not. Hoffa was charged with attempting to bribe and aid to a Senate committee select committee member.
He was so stupid. My mind is. He was charged with trying to fish a bag of chips out of a vending machine with a coat hanger.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you put your money in, you don't get it out. You got to fish it out.
What a horrible man!
Outcome: the first trial ended in a mistrial. Hoffa was later acquitted after the second trial in 1964. Not guilty. 1964, jury tampering and fraud. Hoffa was charged with attempting to bribe jurors during his earlier trial in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He was convicted in 1964 and sentenced to 8 years in prison. In a separate case, Hoffa was convicted of fraud and improper use of Teamsters pension fund to loan money to mafia-controlled businesses. Outcome, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison to be served concurrently with his earlier sentence. Imprisonment. Hoffa began serving his sentence in 1967, but continued to run the Teamsters from prison. 1971. Hoffa's sentence was commuted by President Richard Nixon in 1971 under the condition that he would not engage in union activities until 1980. So his date of disappearance, the date that he disappeared from the face of the earth, was July 30th, 1975.
Do we need to reboot you?
I need to have you read this. You could read from here.
Okay. Last known location. Place. Matches Red Box Restaurant in Bloomfield Mount Township, Michigan. A suburb of Detroit.
A suburb?
Suburb. Purpose. Hoffa was scheduled to meet with Anthony Tony Jack, or quote unquote Tony Jack, Giancolone, Detroit Mafia captain, and Tony Provenzano from Punxsutawney, New Jersey. Both Giancone and Provenzano failed to show up for the meeting. Hoffa's family reported him missing later that night when he didn't return home. His car, a green Pontiac Grandeville?
Yeah.
Grandeville was found abandoned at the restaurant's parking lot the next day. Hoffa was trying to regain control of the Teamsters union after being released from prison in 1971.
Now hold on. After Nixon commuted his sentence and said he can't have nothing to do with the Teamsters until 1980.
He's still fucking around.
He's
mobbed up, bro. In any way, you're not getting away from the fucking mob.
Well, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
He did, but
he rubbed the mob the wrong way.
You fucking owe the mob money. You're gonna work for the money. You gonna repay the mob, or you're gonna repay with your life.
Nobody said anything about robbing, owing the mob money.
Don't matter. He owed the mob something.
Yeah, but it
or he was pissing them off and wasn't doing.
He was pissing them off
what they wanted him to do.
He was also pissing off the current union bosses who wanted their fucking slice of the pie. Go ahead, continue.
So he's fucked 2 ways to Sunday.
Carry on with your khakis.
There was a significant resistance from both union leaders. Why am I developing this Boston accent?
I don't know. You all of a sudden you're a gangster.
Stupid.
All of a sudden you're a fucking mobster.
Fucking wicked stupid. Organized crime figures. Many of whom benefited from Hoffa's absence. Hoffa's involvement in organized crime.
Crime? Now you sound like
did I say that?
You sound like a
crime,
a Boston, New York mobster.
And his attempt to return. Oh, I can't stop doing it now. Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Oh, mother, where's your coat hanging? Oh. Power likely put him at odds. I'm going to go full throttle now. With mafia figures who saw him as a threat.
Listen.
He's a treat.
I thought we was friends.
I'm going to eat him up like a fucking treat.
I thought we was friends. How could you do me like this?
You know what? Be very careful where you tread water.
Your next words better be measured very carefully.
Who said anything about your car blowing up?
Whoa. Nobody said nothing about no car blowing up. The FBI launched a massive investigation. And
I almost thought your next words were because his car blew up. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Eventually treating the case like a presumed homicide. I'll talk like a very white man.
Well, see, here, Clarence, it was, the foresight to see. You gotta pinch your, like, two fingers like this. And then you give, like, some spatial bullshit. Like, and then we went to the moon.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
We had the degree to put two and two together, and
we came up with "fuck you."
Decided you're pissing me off.
There was a bunch of theories.
I put two and two together and decided "fuck you."
Most of the theories suggest that Hoffa was murdered.
No,
by the mafia.
No way, man.
To prevent his return to the union leadership.
Get right out of town, bro.
I would not, because that's what they thought. The key suspects were... Go ahead, you read.
Anthony Giancolone and Anthony Provenzano were prime suspects due to their involvement in the scheduled meeting and the mafia connections. Both denied involvement and were never charged.
So Provenzano was a former friend and former VP of the Teamsters when Hoffa was in the second term. but he was also a capo, the Genovese crime family.
Did not know that.
So deep.
I told you
Deep
he's
mafia
fucking mobbed
connections.
up, man. He did something fucking wrong. He knew too much. He fucking done something wrong.
So now, in the past, Provenzano's two of his union opponents have been murdered, and others who had spoken out against him have been assaulted.
Hoffa got too big, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Hoffa got too big for his
not only
britches.
did he get too big, but he knew he was big, and he threw that around.
Wait, are we still mobbed down?
What?
Are we still mobbed up?
Who?
Us today.
Whoa.
In the thing.
There's no need to talk about that,
thing
dude.
with the thing.
You need to back the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to shut the fuck up.
All right.
We don't talk about that shit.
I was just saying that.
We don't talk about that.
I was getting thirsty, you know.
Don't get thirsty no more.
All right. I'm not thirsty. I'm hungry.
All right, then shut the fuck up.
All right, no Pete.
All right. Enough. Other individuals, including mafia hitmen teams and Teamsters officials, have also been linked to the case. No definitive evidence have ever emerged. Various theories about the locations of Hoffa's body have been suggested over the years.
I got some inside information.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, you read this first, and I'll give you mine.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
All right.
One of the locations of Hoffa's body has been a New Jersey landfill beneath Giant Stadium, or being cremated.
You'd be stupid to bury him underneath the fucking stadium.
Why not? Ain't nobody digging that shit up.
Too many fucking people.
What?
Some lame dick walking a dog. I saw this thing going on. Somebody was burying something under the fucking Jersey Stadium.
Nobody's gonna see that.
I was getting my cock sucked. Fucking.
Nobody's gonna see that beneath the fucking giant. Nobody even likes the Giants.
Nope. Yeah, I know, but one fucking cocksucker does. Let's hear the rest.
That's it.
That's it? That's all you got?
Unless you talk to Geraldo.
Fuck Geraldo and his broken ass nose.
What do you got?
I heard through a mob film that I watched years ago.
Years ago?
Years ago. That he was shoved in the back trunk of a Toyota or some fucking sports car.
A Corolla?
Corona?
A Toyota Corona.
That he was shoved in the back trunk of this car and he was smushed up in a metal factory.
Did the Corona have posi traction?
And shipped overseas.
To where?
China. Japan.
For what?
Scrap metal.
He ain't metal.
Well, he should be because he's fucking squished in there.
He's got some fucking balls of steel, though.
He's steel now. His balls are nutting.
So,
well, wait, hold on. Listen here.
None of these theories, including John's fucked up theory.
No, that's not fucked up. That comes from the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski. Yeah, look him up.
Okay. None of these theories, including Richard Kuklinski's, have ever been
This is skewed.
Substantiated.
This is skewed. In The Irishman, they said that they hit him in the house.
Okay.
Right?
Hold on. Could you pause for 1 second?
No.
The Irishman is fiction.
About a fact. So it's a faction. It's a faction.
It's a fiction movie.
I get that, but it's based on some true shit.
Right. That doesn't mean it's real.
So anyways, you know what they say in that one? What happened to Jimmy Hoffa?
Tell me what happened.
And this is like legit what they thought, but they said that it didn't happen. That they whacked him in the house, rolled him up in a carpet, and they took him to a crematorium and burnt him.
Right. That was one of the theories right here. Or being
You
cremated.
said there was no more.
Or being cremated.
You said there was no more.
I said that.
You didn't say that.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Because I read that whole
Maybe
line.
you did.
Okay.
You lied.
Let me just say this. In July of 1982, he was declared legally dead.
Good. That should be.
7 years after his disappearance.
Iceman said he was smushed up in the back of a car in a car crusher fucking
Not
thing.
the Iceman.
Yes. Richard Kuklinski
Not
and
the
then sold for scrap overseas, and you would never notice the blood.
Get the fuck out of here. Iceman said that?
Yeah,
Damn.
Wolverine, my man.
That has to be not true then. Anyway, despite decades of investigation, countless theories, Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the United States. So now we come to the proprietor of death, Geraldo.
Here we go.
Proprietor of death, Geraldo Rivera. In 1986, TV journalist hosted a highly publicized live television event called
What the mystery? What is this mystery of Al Capone's vault?
You don't remember that?
No, I played along like I did, but I don't.
You really don't remember that?
No.
Oh my God, that was like publicized for months.
I know you said that. Yeah.
So they found fucking nothing.
Of course.
They're saying due to the success of this event, Geraldo's and his production team attempted to capitalize on another mystery, the location of Jimmy Hoffa's remains.
Yeah, fucking scumbags.
So
really?
they did a search of Giant Stadium because that's one of the places where they thought that Jimmy Hoffa was buried. So one of the places was the 50-yard line. Because
I remember not too long ago, it was on Mythbusters. They so that
they redid the Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah,
thing.
so that was before that. So that was like the
2000s. Geraldo Rivera was in the 90s,
right?
So they did LiDAR or something on the 50-yard line. Then they did LiDAR in the end zones because supposedly in the north or west or east or south, I don't know, fucking end zone, because nobody cares about the Giants. They did LiDAR in there to see if there was any possibility of human remains.
Cavity or something.
Yeah. And they found nothing. Just like they found in Al Capone's vault. Nothing.
What was supposed to be in Al Capone's vault?
I don't know.
A fucking like little toy gun, a little toy Tommy gun that goes, yeah, see?
Yeah.
You're going to get me, copper.
Yeah, fastest lying man alive, they say. Despite the extensive media attention and the investigation of various sites, including Giant Stadium, no credible evidence of Hoffa's body being buried there or any other suspected location was ever found. Rivera's involvement in these sensational theories reflected the broader media fascination with Hoffa's disappearance, even though his search did not lead to any major breakthroughs. So, for all of us Teamsters who are mourning the loss of Jimmy Hoffa,
have it be known,
I say to you, where has Jimmy Hoffa gone? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Honestly, all jokes aside.
When I saw that fucking Iceman thing, when he's like, I'm not really mobbed up, but I did a lot of hits for the mob. And so funny.
Nothing.
You fucking little shit face now. But he said, dude's a straight up serial killer. And he's like, yeah, motherfucker. Well, what I heard was he got stuffed into the back of a car, crushed in the fucking them car crushers, and sent for scrap steel over to the,
All I got to say is you say I'm funny?
like a clown.
How am I funny?
You're like a fucking clown.
Like a funny clown? Am I here to amuse you?
Well, take it easy, Jimmy. I'm just kidding around, man. I don't want to fucking around.
I don't know. Like,
What do you think happened to him?
he's dead and buried somewhere.
Sure.
I don't think you'll ever find it.
Fuck no. I mean, but does that make sense?
But dead and buried in the Meadowlands is not an odd thing because the Meadowlands is a swamp.
But could you see somebody, if you stuff somebody in the 80s into a trunk of a car, sent them off to a recycling center, they got crushed into a fucking cube, and then sent on a ship overseas for scrap metal. Do you think anybody's looking for anything? No, fuck no.
You drive out to the Meadowlands and drop a body. You think anybody's looking for that? No one's hiking through that motherfucker.
I'd be willing to bet there'd be some fucking retard that would find the body.
Come on, you ain't never been out there.
So, what? I was just hiking.
along, and I just by myself, and I found this body laying here.
Next thing you know,
I felt like running, and so I ran.
be something stupid like that. Yeah, fuck yeah, I can see that. Oh no. I don't ever want to have to get to that point in my life where I got to bury a body and worry about where the fuck it's going to wind up.
Well, I have always said, if I need to bury a body, I know where they're pouring cement. They were pouring cement in the Meadowlands at Giant Stadium.
Wouldn't it be some shit if that's what that motherfucker was?
I'm just saying, bro.
Like some cavitation blows out, like a skeleton arm comes out. Like, oh my God.
You see one of the Giants players catch a fucking touchdown, hit the fucking turf, and his arm fucking pops out, and it's Jimmy fucking Hoffa.
He's got like the fucking Teamsters ring on.
Yeah.
Jabs him in the eye. My fucking career.
And he's like, power to the workers. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, sending him overseas in a crushed up can makes sense.
Yeah. Give him a pair of fucking cement shoes.
But do I trust the Iceman? Fuck no.
No, he's got a lot of weird stories. Like, he didn't work for the mob. He wasn't a mobster. Oh, what did you do?
I made it in the can.
I thought you...
Oh, my God. You almost hit me.
I thought you were splashing me in the face with fucking something. I was like, I said something wrong.
You've been splashed in the face more than one time. You didn't complain.
Not with that much water, liquid. That was like like one of those like.
You've had it before.
That was one of those mean girlfriend.
Anyway,
You shot it. You were thankful enough. You shot it over my head.
shot it over because I just overshot.
You were like
Anyway, James Hoffa.
James Villain Hoffa.
So we took on James Hoffa.
Yeah.
Probably not the best way we could have.
Listen, folks, it's our first time back. Cut us some slack.
We're getting back in the swing of it.
Yes.
Now, you all go take on the world.
Next up is a knife review.
Really? Yeah. I'm going to give a knife review. Go take on the world.